So it feels like right now, weight loss is a popular thing. Everyone's trying to get into it in a business sense, meaning that there's always a business popping up, business closing down, because it feels like a lot of people can't really handle the situation or they come in for a quick dollar. Why is it that Nuviva's been able to not only survive but thrive for over 15, 16 years in this industry?
That's actually a really easy question. We've always focused on taking care of the client or the patient first. I feel like there's a lot of, in health and wellness now, there's a lot of people jump into the business for the dollar because it is a needed business. There's a lot of people that, there's a demand for it. I feel that too many places are in it for the money and not for the overall client outcome. So, we kind of built this program to not only teach the client how to take the weight off, but more importantly, how to manage that weight for the rest of their lives. And I'd rather have a client that is successful and refers more people and make them successful versus count on somebody coming back. I mean, you're going to have people that come back in weight loss in general, just because, life happens, they get on their own, they fall back into old habits. You can't change bad habits overnight. So, and that's part of our kind of secret sauce is we do change bad habits slowly through the phases of the program to kind of hit that reset button and give them kind of a new outlook and how to go forward. But I think it's an easy question. Most people don't focus on the patient. We've always been client derived. Just make sure do what's best for the client and the rest takes care of itself. We truly make sure that in our business, our teams that are in the clinics, they're in it for the right reason. They're truly wanting to help, even when it comes down to like your front desk reception person. It's making sure that everybody here actually cares and they're trying to do best for the patient. I think too, part of our model is we're not cookie cutter, and a lot of places come out cookie cutter, and anybody could lose weight. Anybody could starve weight off. And that's a big problem too, is a lot of people tend to do it wrong. And ultimately they have a bad experience and then they jump to the next and they jump to the next, where I feel like when a lot of clients, and I hear it from the clients, once they land here and we change and teach them things they were never told before, their long-term success is much better. And that's why, still to this day, 16 years later, we're still growing.
Now, Nuviva is a franchise, so how you guys run your franchises personally, those ones are going to be super smooth because you guys are extremely passionate about it. And being passionate about it also means that you want to genuinely look after your clients. How do you select the franchisees who want to buy into Nuviva and buy a different location?
When we first started, we had some clinics that came on board that maybe we thought were the right person or had the right intention, and we found out really quick who's not the person to bring in. We like clients or franchisees that have either they live it every single day, they've gone through it themselves, they have a passion for what they're doing, they in line with like what our mission is and how we run our practice. So, it's gotten easier to be able to pick who a good franchisee is and who's not going to be a good franchisee. We definitely don't want to bring somebody on that's not going to kind of fall in line and run the program and run the clients the way that we have built the program to be ran.
I overheard you guys speaking once about when you were mentoring a couple of the people that ran a certain location, the importance of nurturing relationships versus just looking at what most businesses are is like sales, growth. It was more nurture what is here, make sure they have an incredibly effective experience, and then the rest takes place. Like I've seen it with you personally, like your referrals are through the roof, but you only get referred if you are helping change people's lives. Is that something that you instill into every single person and part of your training with people that come on board to the team?
Absolutely. We try to make sure that the client comes first in-house. The client that's already with us gets preferential treatment over the new client coming in. I mean, we're even on some clinics through the state right now are on like a 4-6 week kind of wait to get the client into the door, because we do have a lot of clients and we're trying to make sure that the experience for the clients that are already in the door are the best, and making sure that the franchisees run it the same, making sure that the patient's always going to be the priority, just more or less do what's right by the client.
Well, it just sounds like the most important part to you, which is what it should be, which a lot of businesses overlook, is the client has to have a life-changing experience versus how do we make money?
Right. It's not about getting more clients. It's making sure the client outcome's the best possible, and that will get you more clients.